think it'll ever
change.
It'll ever dry up now.
No.
I don't think so. No.
It'd be like my train. You just keep renewing the batteries.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know.
Well, thank you, Paul.
No problem. No problem. It was a pleasure.
It was brilliant. Thank you.
Okay.
So I left Connolly Brothers and I went up the street, a good bit up the street, up the main street, and I went into a shop called Charlie Fays. Now, this is the shop, Charlie Fays, isn't it?
Yes, Charlie Fays, yeah.
And it's been here a while now.
1936 it was founded, yeah. So...
and you've seen some changes in the...
yeah, we would have started out with one premises, and then my parents, who were my mum was Eleanor Fay, married to Terry Reynolds, my dad, and they would have bought the place you're standing in now, which was originally the Harp Bar. So we own 37. We now are in 30. Now Charlie Fays is now in 37 Main Street and 39 Main Street next door. 2 shops in one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And have you seen much changes since you've taken it over? Yeah, there would be a lot of changes. Recently, it's more about kind of price than anything else, so you would see that affecting it more. And in terms of waiting on stuff to come in, people are more impatient because of the internet, and it's all expecting stuff there instantly. Whereas in reality, sometimes it does take up to a month. Sometimes if they're out of stock or whatever. So a lot of changes.
And you have customers, they've been coming here for years. The customers,
some customers have been coming here for years. Yeah, we would have generations kind of. They would have got clothes here, and their mothers would have got clothes. They would have bought clothes for their mothers, and they're now getting clothes for the kids, and it moves on through schools. And we do like the national schools and up to more elderly ladies. So we'd have a wide generations we would done. And
it's a friendly shop, really, isn't it? It is,
you expect to be.
I'm not putting words in your mouth now.
You would be known around town. Like Mum would have always. Mum's still mentioned, and she's been dead over 10 years. So it's 9. I think it's 9. Sorry, this year.
9, but even though, where does the time go?
Yeah, you don't know it's a goodbye.
I shouldn't say that.
No, you're okay. Yeah.
So when you grew up in the shop, not in the shop, you're over the shop.
Well, we lived above the shop, so we've always lived in town. Mum would have been College Street. Originally. They did have a flat above the shop when they first moved here, but the landlady didn't like kids. So they moved to College Street.
So you were a little brat at the time?
No, this is Mum.
Sorry,
my mum. No, I would have always. My grandfather would have bought the shop. Yeah. He leased it at the start, and then he would have bought it later on. But no, he would have rented a flat above here. But then they had.
I get you.
My grandparents had a child. My aunt Sis Teresa, and then she would have been my mum and my aunt, and they would have had to move because she didn't like kids, and it probably wasn't suitable anyway. So they moved to College Street before they bought this place. So they bought this place probably in the 50s. Yeah.
But it's been here since 1930.
Well, the shop's been here since 1930. The building's 1890s or something.
This place, anyway.
Yeah.
The shop that we're in, but next door.
Next door, yeah.
That's from 1936.
Yeah.
Good going, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You must be proud. I mean, you should be proud to have a business.
Well, it's that, and it is. There is an emotional thing more than a business one, because it is so much part of your life growing up. Because it was somewhere you all, the way you came in after school, you didn't have a key because the shop was open. You just ran in and out, so. And it is a way you're known in town. Like, we were known as Fays for years. You would have been known as Reynolds, even though Mum was Reynolds. So you would have been known as Fays.
Well, everybody knows it was Charlie Fays. So.
Yeah.
And then,
So whereas my dad would have worked in Dublin, so he wouldn't have been known as much as Mum.
No.
And he was just known as Fays, So, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You learn a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
And you went to school?
Phelan's school just down the street, and then Pat's, which is just out the road. So I would have cycled to school because I was too lazy for the bus, because the bus meant you had to get up early, whereas if you cycled you could go that little bit later and you didn't be hanging around after school, you just go straight home. So Yeah.
So the reins is in your hands now.
Catherine owns the business. I would help out.
Yeah.
So, passed on to the third generation. Yeah.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Though. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. You know.
Yeah.
You might think I'm winding you up, but I'm not.
No.
But you know.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Fays has been here since 1936, and everybody knows. And your Reynolds, not Fay.
Reynolds, not Fay. Yeah, but it's still the same family.
I know what you're saying, but if you change the name, everybody be still calling it Charlie Fays.
Oh yeah. Sure, even Finnegan's out the road there is Ruddens for. It must be Ruddens for a good few years now, and it's still called Finnegan's. Even Easton's across the road there, it's still known as Young's for some people.
It's amazing, though.
Yeah, it's what people are used to. Even Donahue's food fair before it closed, closed recently. People still knew it as Blacks.
Yeah.
Phil here, who worked in the shop, always called it Blacks. And I was never Blacks when I was growing up, so I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's amazing, though. It's good to, and it's good to know.
Yeah.
You know that you've been here since 1930.
Yeah.
And you're still going strong.
Still going strong. Yeah.
The shop is still going strong.
Bit of a struggle, but still going.
Yeah. Well, there's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're coming out the other end of the tunnel now.
I don't know. We'll see.
And you better get your name for everybody that's listening.
It's Terry Reynolds.
Terry Reynolds.
Yeah.
And that's Catherine sneaking out.
That's Catherine sneaking out, yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Terry.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for listening in, and I'd like to thank T-Bore, Jimmy Fox, Paul Connolly, and Charlie Fay. And remember, this is Cavan Online Radio with the click of a button.